Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Web Defense, section number 128. So, now, recently we have done with the field symbols topic. So, if you look at uh, flow, first introduction, then architecture, then architecture in between only login, lockup procedure, screen basic, advanced navigation, then SC11, we are into SC38. In SC38, first half, we are going to cover all the basics, fundamental foundations. So here, so yesterday point of view, we have covered the basic in the programming part. Okay, ABAP introduction, ABAP programming introduction, features editor introduction, then how to develop a basic custom program, and as well as how to explore built-in programs. Then some data types, data objects list, keywords, operators, separators list, and all covered. And for each statement, we have written the example programs. Recently, conditions, if case, loops, do, while also completed. Yes. String operations completed. Yes. Field symbols and data references. This was the yesterday's topic. So if we go to SC38, it was AVK underscore program 2. Yes. Now, if you just look at where we are, field symbols topic, right? Field symbols. So this yesterday I revised arithmetic calculation, mathematical functions, business functions, date and time calculations also. Okay? Because you have to know the string functions, mathematical functions basically. These two. Right. Then after, yes, this string operations you explore it. Already given here. Later I'll come back. Field symbols explanation is given. Data reference. These two are set of statements. There is a creating data objects dynamically, that is using create data statement, that is called as data reference. So we will go in depth of this topic going forward. So what is the difference between field symbols and data references? These two we have to study as a set. Yesterday formally I introduced what is a field symbol and all, right? So now if you look at very important these field symbols, because currently we are working with variables, how a variable can be assigned to field symbols introduced. Going forward, how a structure can be assigned to field symbol, how internal table can be assigned to field symbol, how other field symbol can be assigned to field symbol, these explore will continue. So this was only the introductory topic I have started. Okay. Then after, then data references also, how the dynamic data references we will cover. Then if you go to the logical expressions, how you compare with yes, this is logical expressions under this. Okay. 1 minute, we will come back from the here because quickly for you to understand. So the field symbols, yeah, 1 minute. This is the place where we start the field symbol introduction. Field symbols, typing field symbols. So I need to discuss on specific data type and generic data type. So generic means general data type. There is a type any, type table, type any table. These are all comes under type index table. Yes, generic data types. So we have to discuss those going forward. How a structure or structure component can be assigned to field symbol is also important. Basic form of assign statement. Yes, assignment statement syntax. Static assignment, assign field to FS. That's what yesterday I demonstrated. Okay. Offset also you can assign to field symbol. I gave the basic dynamic assignment. What is static assign and dynamic assign? Also, there is a difference. At runtime, in the program itself, we can assign it at runtime. That is dynamic. Static means we are writing everything at a code level, program level. That is, we are calling two words, design time and runtime. Design time through if you write something at a program level, that is called a static time. Dynamic means dynamically user enters value accordingly. At runtime, we will accept the input values. That is concept of dynamic. Yes. Okay. Runtime or while execution changes. Assigning field symbols. These are all just a formal introduction happened yesterday. Similar extended stuff we will discuss by end of this topic because I need to introduce structure separate, internal table separate. After that, we will come back. Okay, so lot of yes, this is these are all most important data references. Second topic. So data references are type ref to data. The data is a keyword here. Type ref to data. That's what the variable or data references can be declared by using type ref to data. How we can create the data objects at runtime by using create data statement. Okay, because we have data, create data. Data is used to declare the code through syntax through we can declare it at runtime create. Create data is everything creates at runtime. Get references of. That is what you have to assign it. Assign statement with casting addition. These are all the examples. And going to another set of statement comparison. Comparison of yes. Yes. How do you compare different data types? These are all the operators. Comparing elementary data types. How you can compare two variables with the same data type or different data types. How this see num with text. How this comparison works. This is also we'll discuss comparing references, comparing structures, comparing internal tables. So this is one set of similarly comparing string. You want to compare string operators, we have to use it. String comparison operators. This is already covered. Okay. Yes. Going forward, we have set of this is a chart you have to analyze it. Bit sequences. This is bitwise operations. Okay, I will come back to these all these things later. Field belongs to ranges and all. Then initial value or non-initial value is initial. Okay. Next, select options I have not introduced will come. Field symbol, whether it is assigned or not, is assigned and is not assigned. That is the way you can check it out. Whether it is assigned or not, already covered example. Several yes, combining several logical expressions by using and or. Okay, so this is what generally if you want to compare field value if comparison and again one more condition if you have to write it under both and followed by again expression you have to write it both then only it will consider. So that means it goes this way. We want to write yes. So if followed by condition, okay, and followed by condition. Yes, condition two. then reindeef. So in between, you can use the right statement or statement block. Very simple. Block. Okay. Yes. Now, okay. So if you want to compare, that's what yesterday happened. If you want to compare if character equals to you have done with suppose A, okay, E, I, O, you want to write it, or again you have to write directly. If you write this approach, it doesn't work. Okay, yes, immediately it gives error because you have to write. In case of case, you can directly write or because there is a direct value comparison. So you here or followed by again expression. Again, if no need to write, we have to write yes this up. Okay. So this way you can go for okay. So what is happening here is for the character variable against we are checking with several values, different values, correct? Multiple values. So either A is true or E or I. Any one is okay, then the condition is true. Overall condition, anyone, either one. Okay. So here the basic rules remain same. Okay. You have to give the comparison values in uppercase. And again you have to write this field equals to field value. Field equals to field value. Either you write and expression or R expression. You have to go this way only. That is as if you are checking another condition here. Another condition here. Okay. That's what the difference you have to know. Right. Next. So this is the way explanation is given. This is your if case do while already completed. This revision also completed. If statements and next we have case and as well as loops also complete. So we had till now, yes, how, yes. Then we have to go to start with processing large volume of data is a separate topic. So first we will start with variables. Then later on we will go for hmm, variables to structures to internal tables. Okay. So you can what you have to do is you have to prepare a this one what is it one kind of notes notepad one more notepad because see because I am giving some small hint to you. Yes, suppose this is your classic because ultimate clarity is important. Classic ABAP programming program. So under programming is first classic ABAP programming. I am going to use introduction and the basics. This is the first set. Second set is this. What is it? Like your mm, yes, complex data objects. That is nothing but structures and internal tables. These two are comes under complex data objects. Okay, yes. This takes a lot of time. Okay. After complex data objects, we have to study again modularization techniques. Okay. So structures and internal tables all together it will take around 20 above hours. That's what the depth is. Modularization techniques. Under modularization techniques, we'll discuss macros, includes includes subroutines, then function modules. Okay, this set it will take around 25 to 30 hours of altogether discussion. It's very much important because these are all part of the classic ABAP programming only. Yes, because you have to write the index this way because I am briefing to you how in which sequence we are going to. After modularization techniques, we will start. Selection screens, overall selection screen concepts. Then after we have to go to we have next topic is list screens. That is your right formats or list screens. Selection screens and list screens both will discuss as a set of statements. Then next, so open SQL statements. Under open SQL statements, we discuss mostly select, then insert, then update, then delete. This is another set of OpenSQL versus native SQL discussion comparison. This will take another 20-25 hours discussion. This will take another 15-20 hours discussion because here only we have to discuss the basic select syntaxes, inner joins for all entries, a lot of extensions because this is the foundation of the course. Whether you work in classic or Oops ABAP or HANA ABAP or even Cloud ABAP also, foundation remains same. If fundamentals are not clear, even you cannot understand the code and you cannot debug it also. That's why it is good to have the in-depth basics. Then only you can work effectively, efficiently in the project. That's what I believe. Companies are also believes, right? Then, after this, we have to go to some small topic of authorizations topic related to uh, our program. Then there is a one topic called as inter-program communication. Inter-program communication. Yes, this is so more or less these are all the topics we are going to cover in this particular uh, like uh, this entire classic ABAP programming only for us it will take 2 to 2.5 months. Yes, because this is foundation. If you have to prepare the index this way in your notepad in your notebook because I told you first introduction daily I am repeating introduction followed by architecture. You noted down the subtopics under that, then data dictionary. Yes, that's all. No? This is the flow, right? So major topics are Outlook topics, introduction, architecture, dictionary, programming. So till here only we have achieved 100 above. Yes. Then we are going to another 150 above 150 to 200 sessions because this is complete foundation for the entire ABAP life cycle, ABAP basic. That's what you have to remember it. So you prepare the index in this way. Then only because this is the entire course. Again, I will write it in front of you how you prepare this. Because daily you have to revise this way. What is there in your memory? What are the topics completed, covered? You no need to compare with the other stuff content, what is missing and all. I know what is to be taught, if sequence to be and all. You just go through what are all the discussion happened till now. See, this is the bullet points, main heading, subheading. Under that, what exactly is? So, introduction of Introduction of ABAP is taught first. Then what next? Features, ABAP programming features, programming features, or features of ABAP program. Either way you can write it. This is what that is under introduction. I covered the sequences and all. Correct? If you keep it like this, okay. If you go scroll down quickly, because end result we have to have clarity. Not I'm here to give clarity, not for confuse to you. So clarity important. Don't say that we learn many things, but end result confusion. No, not at all. Yes. So this is your rise of objects and all introduction. So ABAP editor introduction also done. C38 ABAP editor introduction. Correct. Because finally, why I'm writing, repeating daily is it should come in your memory, explore how to explore built-in programs. Then how to developing custom program or programs, many programs. Each if is a one program, case is another program, do is another program. Like that, we will go with 200, 300, it go with 500 also. Yes, because I never counted those numbers and all. We will write it as many programs are possible. Yes, I told you all C programs you can convert it into this. Later on C++ Java programs also you can convert it. So obviously how it goes more than that. Okay, there are thousands of function modules are there, classes methods are there. If you start analyzing, it will take years together, not months together. That is, there is a huge lot of depth is there, but you have to learn with a lot of passion and all. Yes. So if you are good at this basics and all, definitely for sure you will get a job with good package, high package. No worries. But you have to believe in yourself and start working on that. So this is your ABAP program uh, program basic syntax rules also covered. Okay, then second one is ABAP program. Okay, standard rules. So rules are bifurcated into basic rules, standard rules. What is the difference? Basic rules, if you avoid, if you violate, okay, that is the right word, violation, just like a traffic rule violation. Okay, so violation leads to errors, syntax errors. But standard rules, if you violate, nothing will happen. That is, in code review, the standard rules comes into picture. So when you develop any program, first what you have to keep in your mind is basic fundamental ABAP editor supported ground rules, basic rules, syntax rules, fundamental rules. Each rule you have to aware of. Otherwise, you will get lot of errors. Standard rules, I will introduce it later. No worries. Okay, example of standard rule is comment. Without comment also program works. But writing comments, mentioning comments is a standardized rule because this will helpful to the others. If anybody referring to your program, it is helping to others. So because we learn, don't say that we learned many, but end result I forgot everything. Yes, you finally revision is important because uh, to understand and hold retain this much stuff is not joke. It is not simple. Okay, so repetitive reading, repetitive practice is must and okay, yes, important. Then only that is total involvement is expected here. That's what my intention is. As daily I am doing the same, you have to follow the same sequence, the same footprint as it is. Okay, so come to these are all covers. Then ABAP programming like types also ABAP per responsibilities and all also covered. Those are all okay, small miscellaneous. Okay, then basics, all the stuff are covered. All those things comes under programming basics only. So if you want to write it, we have mentioned some keywords list. Okay, then operators list, because this sequence I moved here and there, so above, below, overall. But overall, okay, yes, this is what altogether, right? Then, so all the set. Next, we have learned what? Data types and data objects. Data objects, yes, complete. Data types versus data objects list and all. Exploring data types, exploring data objects of each and everything. Okay, completely. Yes. Okay, this only took lot of time. In this, all the data objects are okay, easy to work. Working with text elements, we took lot of time. Working with particularly string operations. So that's what exploring. That is of introduction of data types and data objects. Okay, then again exploring of data types and data objects, because introduction is a basic theory. Exploring is with several examples, multiple examples through. Okay, explore this, exploring data types and data objects. Yes. Okay. Next. Okay, I introduced, yes, data types and data objects topic only. We took lot of time. Correct. Yes. How to work with predefined data types, character data types, each one. Then system fields I introduced, text symbols I introduced. Then recently we have started with the string operations. Okay, because Outlook you have to, so introduction working with our usage of strings and string comparison hmm, operators, because each topic wise, if you write also well and good, you video wise, session wise also index is very good. Otherwise overall index must be there, this sequence, this flow, because I am writing in front of you, this is the covered syllabus, this is the index prepare. So it is instruction to you that you have to prepare index for sure. Yes, then only you will understand which direction our course, where we are, what is missing, what is pending, what are all the things covered. Yes, and moreover, working with conditions and loops. Right. This is another set in the sense small set of discussions. So this also took lot of time. Correct. Then conditions loop. Last after loops, yesterday's miscellaneous things was working with what was the yesterday's topic? Working with type conversions, data type conversions, typecastings, conversions, and second, working with hmm, working with means introduction of field symbols and exploring field symbols directly. Working covers both, so field symbols, right? This is all about your overall basic topics we have completed. Then basic topic ends with this way. Yes. So I have to come back to the data references, some miscellaneous here and there, that bitwise sequences, bitwise operations and all still pending. We will see later. Yes. Then we have to go to working with variables. Yes. So this is the set of statement. If you study this much depth, this is the basic topic. Okay. Yes. So this is foundation topic, because even though if you have this basic clear, then only you will understand structures, internal tables, modularization, selection screen, other topics. All topics are dependent on this basic only. That's the reason we are spending a lot of time. This is your classic ABAP programming topic, correct? Yes. After classic ABAP, what we will do? Once your basic is over, then we'll go to reports. We'll study reports. Then we'll go to performance tuning topic. Under that, I'll introduce debugger and all. Then module pull programming, screen programming, or else dialog programming, we will cover it. Yes. Then we have to study forms. Then we have to cover conversions, that is BDC and LSMW, because you no need to worry about what is the overall syllabus, how which. Then after we'll go to object oriented ABAP, then enhancements, then we have your cross applications, that is your interface programming, interfaces, RFC interface, ALE, IDOC interface, BAP interface, all the stuff. Yes. Okay, this is your, yes. So again, what is the connectivity here? If you want to understand Whoops ABAP also, first entire classic ABAP, this is your, whatever is highlighted, these are all classic ABAP basics. Classic ABAP. This is complete foundation for you for the rest of the, okay, anything you want to understand, this is the foundation. Correct. So even you can develop reports based on model pools, forms, other things. Everywhere we are using these things only. So you got it. Once we cover this interface, the RISEFs gets completed. There is a workflow, web services, proxies, lot of add-on stuff is there. The Tana ABAP, Cloud ABAP, lot many things we will go and study. But we have to, because I am giving clarity to you that we are into which sequence, which order, where we are. Because after crossing around 130 videos, you have to have a, that is 130 videos equals to 130 sessions, correct? So you have to have complete clarity. Yes, this sequence through you read it. And again, I am going to come back to the exercise examples also. Exercises, there are many exercises are there. You have to do those exercises also. Yes. Okay. Yes. Then, so quickly we will go back to, yes, login. Hope you are clear with, yes. So each topic wise we can prepare interview questions also. Each topic wise. Each, and again, each topic wise, how, what are the two things, because I am introducing subject first, then other two are missing. What are the two things? Our objective is to clear interview, so interview oriented discussion. Then second objective, effectively perform in the project, so project based discussion. Those two also we will do it, but my intention is, once we have done with this reports, till reports, at least reports and performs, then we will achieve the basic milestone of R. In rise of R is important. R is primarily, R stands for reports. ABAP is primarily responsible for reports. So once you are done with reporting part, then other things are actually, each faculty covers in different sequence, different order. Everyone have their own style and way of introducing. But after this reports and module poll, these topics we can shuffle in any order also. First conversions, next forms, next whoops, or any order. But why I am introducing in this sequence also, there is a reason. I'll tell you later. So no worries. You just follow the flow and all. And as I told you and promised to you guys, I don't miss or I don't skip any topic, each every minute level. And moreover, for when forms comes, I'll give the forms related PDF to you. BDC, LSMW, when topic starts at that time, I'll share with this particular PDFs to you guys. Respective PDFs, I'll share it. So I'm sharing not my notes. I'm sharing the SAP provided stuff. That is, it is common to all. So you have to learn from the main source. My notes is helpful to learn the standards. That's not my intention. So you have to prepare your self notes only. Correct? Yes. And I requested to all of who are listening remotely and all, they can come to be approach and talk to me at least, so that if they have any questions, concerns, understanding issues and all, or any because we have already into programming. Definitely, if you really started working on hands-on practicals, you will get lot of doubts. If you say that I'm practicing and I'm not getting any doubts, means no, I don't believe that, because I know definitely you will get plenty doubts. So based on that, I will come to know who is practicing, who is not. Okay, so you have to involve it. So definitely going forward, you realize that this course will be 100% one-time learning, lifetime. This course through your life will going to settle permanently. Okay, so you will get that confidence, no doubt about it. Any further things, any questions, concerned feelings, expressions, or any type of suggestions, corrections, everything okay, welcome. You can chat with me or talk to me, or okay, call also weekend. Okay, this is what general guidelines. Okay, so working with variables. So executable program, save as local object or package. Yes, come here. So the topic description is, yes, working with variables, right? So variable is a data object. So what is the fundamental syntax of this is, we know that what is the fundamental syntax. This is the mm, so I'm minimizing or closing this index because, okay, let's come back to here, working with variables. So the fundamental syntax, you remember it. Data is the keyword, data followed by variable name, the type followed by data type. Yes. So that is, this variable is a data object. So with length, without length, already introduced, and moreover, lot of programs are already written. Correct. So now, if you go to the basic example, hmm, basic example is data name one type C, name one type C. If you write it, data, okay, name two type C. Okay, see the difference. Yes. Here we are giving length also. You can give within bracket length, or else length addition through. You can give length already. I have covered. Okay, yes, this is the flow. Right. What is the difference? Is here the data object is name, which belongs to character data type. That is the declarative statement. Yes, data keyword is used to declare variables. That's already known to you. But the data object name, name one, initial, initial value is space, initial value is space. Next, we have to go with name one, initial length. Initial length is one page. This you remember it. So now here, if you go to name 2, name 2 default value is Ravi. So name 2, hmm, yes, name 2 default length is 4 places. 4 places. That's it. 4 positions, 4 characters. We can say that. Yes. So you already this is already covered a scenario only. You what is the difference is initial value is thus if you don't give anything, system provided, system assigned value and length, even length also. Value and length system decides if you don't write explicitly. Okay, I am keep on using this word implicit versus explicit. Implicit means which a system assigns automatic. Explicit means when we control through programming, that is called as explicit. Okay, clear? Yes. So this is your default. So data object is declared with a length specification. Length means what? With, okay, default length, general word is length, it is field length. Okay, it is in fact field length, field or variable both are same. You have to, you should not get confused. So you call this as a field okay, variable okay, or data object okay, all are same. Okay, yes, this is your, when we go for value keyword 3, you are giving the default value, right? Suppose, and one more thing, if you want to debug this, you cannot debug this. Reason is, if you go to, you try to, one executable statement is required to stop the debugger and do the debugging. Because even see, if you see, there is no rights, there is no output at all. There is no question of only declarative. These two are declarative. If you go to, I already mentioned this, only declarative, see, you have started. Yes, this is the starting. Your control came over there. Then what else? Just press F5. See, it came to, it went to some other built-in program. That's it. From there to it is going to some other program. Finally out. That is, it is reverting back to. So executable statements. Executable means operational statements. Operational or output statements required to stop debugger. At least if you write some write statement, skip statement is there, then directly after report, directly it will jump to that skip statement or write statement. Okay, right. Then next, what are all the different ways variables can be declared? That is our approach. Okay, yes. So here data keyword, because known scenario, but something new things I'll introduce to you. So when you type number type I, what is the meaning of type I? So here it is declaring variable using predefined data type. Yes, declaring using predefined data type. So that is number is a variable, number or n1, whatever you write it. Yes, this is your type I. So I already told you in this operand position, what are all the data types you can use it here. So these are all the data types. supported. You go with the top down or bottom up approach. I int 8. Okay. NP range of ref 2. Okay. Screen standard table, sorted table. These are all SYST. Yes. X string, data element, structure, table type, etc. These are all supported at this operand position. Okay. Yes. Next, there is a one more thing I want to tell you, right? Because I'm trying to recollecting the pending things, and I'm giving the pending missing topics, miscellaneous topics. What are all the stuff is, there is a one DEC float is there. DEC float 16, DEC float 16, and as well as DEC float, C float 32. Yes, these two. Like if you, mm, yes, we will go to N1, because as of now we know only IFP, CNDT and X. These letters are formally permitted because these are all predefined data types. Predefined data types are called as built-in types or kernel types. That is, this ABAP editor will automatically understand those predefined types. Yes, here it is. Yes. Now, yes, DEC float 16 and 34. DEC float 34. Yes, this is also permitted. Declaring. Yes. Okay. Yes. What are all the, when we go for DEC float? Because if you look at our data types, DEC float 34. Recently, after HANA, these data types are introduced. Yes, mostly ECC, EHP 6 or 7. After that, these things are introduced. Not HANA, before only these data types are introduced. See, but I have not covered this. If you double click, yes, you cannot double click. Predefined data types, you cannot double click, and because you cannot navigate to the SC11, that is not supported. Only DEC float 16 and 34 are important. Why? Yes, data types are okay, in which case we are going to use it. Because first you consider integer. Integer does not support decimals. Only integer generally, it is rounded to the nearest integer, and it supports the preceding sign, leading sign. But operators, basic arithmetic operations, you can do it. Float have a lot of limitations, scientific format and all. We don't do float. Then alternative for int and float. Okay, we will go with packed. Most of the cases, packed decimal, we will use it here. But packed also, you can go up to 16 only. That's why what happens, the combination of packed equals to DEC. So, yes, this is DEC 16 and 32 is recommended. In which case, yes, okay, are used, okay, are introduced by SAP to declare variable, to declare variable, to hold, many decimal places, many decimal places, decimal float, decimals 16 decimal 32 decimals with the float places, that is decimal places, first reason, then float. So with large range of float values, with a large range of values, because float covers a large range, decimals 16 decimal 32 decimals also it will support. So that's why very rarely we use this data types in our program. But when we are learning subject, Why SAP introduced also, you have to know that. Because packed and float, yes, it is, these data types are, hmm, 1 second, these data types are alternative for float and packed decimal. Yes. Okay, large range of values you want to handle it with many decimals, go for these things. This was the pending one. Even these data types are not there in our PDF also. That was very little old PDF. So then, so that means I am covering from the beginning to till date. I know what all the changes happens in SAP. I'm going to cover that. Done. So this is the basic syntax is over. Then after, brackets and all, length and all, already covered scenario. Right. Then if you go to like data objects can be declared with what? Data n3 like n1, you know, like n1. So that is declaring variable using like addition. Okay. Type addition, above is type addition, below is like addition. Like, and what is the result? Huh? N3 is a new variable declared with referring to N1. N1 is already there. So as a result, what happens? N1 properties gets copied to N3. Technical properties. N3 gets adapted. N3 memory address different. Okay, N3 name different, memory address different. Only it is getting the technical properties of N1, because while like act like a reference to the existing data object. When referring, it adapts the data type and length, gets copied to N3. So now, but what is not copied? Value doesn't copied. This is already covered examples. Already we worked with variables, many variables. But this is a kind of formal revision. Come, lot of new additions I am covering here. Yes, lot of new things I am going to cover here. Okay, yes. Next, here one small thing we have to cover, that is nothing but, yes, declarations, then operations. So we can assign value to variables in three different ways. Overall, I am calling it as different ways, different types. So first of all, yes, what are the ways to assign a value? Assign a value is assigning values within program. Within program is called as hard coded values, we are calling it as, or default values in the program. Correct? It can be done by using value keyword, move keyword, and equals to operator. This is already covered to you. Correct? But that is not recommended, I said. Yes, what next? So assigning values at runtime. Assigning values at runtime. Runtime means, yes, using, that is accepting values from the user via selection screen. Selection screen, or there is a dialog screen. Okay, yes, that is screen. Okay, there is a dialog screen. I will cover it later. but we can write screens are used for that also. So you can assign value to the variables in at runtime. Okay, not hard code it. Don't give anything. You can yes, assigning values. Yes, first if you don't assign anything, system assigns. If you want to assign explicit, these are all the various. The last one is very important is assigning values. Values means values to variables. Okay, no confusion, because that is title heading itself I have added. So values to, because values to variables using select statement. Select statement is nothing but fetch database table values, database table values, and fill the variables. Yes, these are all the ways you can assign the three things. So this is what the ABAP basics. Yes. So till now I have covered what, how to assign this one, and moreover, this is your parameters num type I, so that you know write num1, correct? Yes, this is your what next, dynamic user as a user, because if the cursor is there in the program, you have to feel yourself as a developer or programmer. When control execute, while executing, you are a you are no longer a developer, you are a tester. You are testing your program. And or else you are a user, you are acting like a user or tester. Okay? Testing or as if while user you can enter the value, then yes, see the result. So there are two things, because we have already covered equals to, value, move to, all those stuff already covered. Just formal revision, and at one place we are discussing the entire topic. Okay, so this is what about parameters also. So parameter, I told you, this is your parameter. uh, this is a general variable, parameter variable, constant variables, right? So that's also covered scenario, right? So this all those stuff is related with what next? General variables, because variables is working with general variables. But what is it? This is uh, we can call it as parameter variable. Suppose, sorry, yeah, parameter variables. Parameter variables are select options. Yes, are accepting from user. User. Yes. The next one is constant variables. Constant variables are hmm, constant variables declared with uh, with value within the program. Okay. Yes. You know already this stuff. Okay. Yes. In fact, this is your we have a different scenario, selection screen concept through different dialog screen concept different, but overall three different variables names also. So we call it as GV underscore or LV underscore. Here, GC global constant is GC underscore or LC is local constant, whereas parameters equals to P underscore. We will write it. That's what the nomenclature we will follow as a part of variables declarations, because fundamentally our core concept begins with variables only. Once you are clear with variables, then extensions you will understand. This is the basic program. Variables also, there are lot of several variations are there. Those variations you have to understand it. So what are the variations? Declaring variables by using ah yes, variables can be declared just now. Variables can be declared with type addition or like addition, already covered. Yes. Next, the next very important thing is variables can be declared with this is only little important. This variable can be declared with predefined data types. Predefined data types. Otherwise, local types, local local types, okay, or global types. Global is nothing but dictionary types. Yes, dictionary data types. So this clarity is important. Again, your question comes when to use predefined type, when to use local types and global types. So these are all important. Okay, once, because several ways of declarations first. Once declarations done, we will go to operations using these approaches. And printing or displaying is, I know already, by using write statement only. Always you have to remember three-step procedure, easy to understand: declaration, operation, and assignment. We always, all programs follows the same strategy, same flow. Okay, so we'll catch up in the next sessions. We'll end here. Okay, the next session I'm going to cover these things only. Okay, thank you.